few weeks ago, Samsung launched the all-new Galaxy S25 Ultra and they made some changes to their flagship smartphone. There's a new Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset under the hood, a slightly redesigned exterior, and new software to match. But for this video, we'll be taking a look specifically at the cameras. The biggest change between the S24 Ultra and the S25 Ultra is the new 50 megapixel ultra-wide camera. As for the rest of the cameras, well, it's pretty much the same as before. You get a 200 megapixel main shooter, a 10 megapixel telephoto with 3x zoom, a 50 megapixel periscope telephoto with 5x zoom, and a 12 megapixel front camera. It also comes with a new AI-enhanced Pro Visual engine to make the images look a lot better than before. But we're curious just how capable this camera is, especially when you compare it to the iPhone 16 Pro. Now in comparison, the iPhone 16 Pro only comes with a triple rear camera system, a 48 megapixel main shooter, a 12 megapixel periscope telephoto, and a 48 megapixel ultrawide, which is new by the way. But aside from the new ultrawide, what is also new on the iPhone 16 Pro and at least the iPhone 16 series is the new dedicated camera button, which makes it a lot easier to take images on the go. Now on paper, S25 Ultra should easily take the W over the iPhone 16 Pro. But we're really curious just to see which one is better when it comes to the actual output. So, without further ado, I'm Sam from Yugatech and let's compare the cameras of the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra and the Apple iPhone 16 Pro. Now if you're wondering why we're choosing the iPhone 16 Pro, that's because we don't have the Pro Max with us, but they have the same cameras. So, without further ado, let's get on with this video. Now, we've already mentioned the specs of the cameras above, so instead, we'll be going over the images captured by both of these phones. For this, we'll be starting with the main cameras. Now on paper, the S25 Ultra takes the upper hand since it does have a 200 megapixel camera compared to the iPhone 16 Pro's 48 megapixel shooter. However, both phones won't really use a full megapixel count unless you adjust them in the settings. With that, all of the photos you'll be seeing in this video were taken in 12 megapixel mode to give them more of an equal playing field. And based on these side-by-side photos, it's quite hard to tell which one took the better images, especially with these photos that are taken in well-lit environments. The photos are sharp even in low-light environments, and the contrast is almost identical too. And there's no overblown highlights or dark shadows. No doubt they are evenly matched, but what do you think based on these photos? I mean, it's hard to tell, right? In fact, the only visible difference would be the colors, specifically the tone. The iPhone does have a warmer color as compared to the S25 Ultra, which has cooler colors. This is more prominent, especially when in low light conditions, and you can tell just by the bluish tone in the photos captured by the S25 Ultra compared to the warmer colors of the iPhone 16 Pro. Now mind you, these images were captured in normal mode and without any adjustments to the camera being made, letting the camera handle everything by itself. That allows you to get a better idea of just how they shoot out of the box. But overall for us, it is a tie at this point, simply because the photos do look quite similar, especially when you're shooting them out of the box. Moving on to the telephoto. It's here where the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra shows its power with its dual telephoto lenses versus the single 12 megapixel periscope telephoto of the iPhone 16 Pro. When you're shooting at 3x zoom or beyond, you can see just how much detail is retained in the images captured by the S25 Ultra as you're seeing here on screen. While the photos taken by the iPhone 16 Pro with its telephoto lens are decent, they just aren't as sharp as the ones captured by the S25 Ultra. If you pixel peep or zoom in on the photos, you'll start noticing that there's a lot of grain and even a drop in clarity on the iPhone 16 Pro, whereas the S25 Ultra keeps it consistent all throughout. In fact, you can even say the quality is similar to when you're using the main camera to shoot. The colors on the S25 Ultra are a lot more accurate too on this occasion. The colors on the images captured by the iPhone 16 Pro using its telephoto lens look a bit off on the phone and even in front of my monitor. But it's not just on the images alone. There's also a big size difference in the file of the photos. The photos taken by the iPhone 16 Pro are a lot smaller in size as compared to the ones captured by the S25 Ultra, even though we were using the same setting of 12 megapixels. This means that there's just a lot more detail retained in the photos, making them a lot easier to edit. Now with this, the S25 Ultra takes its first point in this comparison. Moving on to the ultra-wide lens. The iPhone 16 Pro comes with a new 48 megapixel ultra-wide, making it a lot more capable when you're taking those 0.5 zoom photos. Similarly, the S25 Ultra also gets a new 50 megapixel ultra-wide camera. From the photos we took, the images from both of these phones have a similar quality when you're in well-lit environments. Most of the image is sharp with a little bit of distortion at the edges, which is to be expected from wide-angle photos. The colors are vivid too, and they're generally at par with each other. Now, that's for well-lit environments. However, there is a notable difference between the images when you're shooting at night or in low light. The iPhone tends to process the images with a lot more contrast, giving you a more moody feel. The processing also helps with reducing grain, which I personally like because you don't have grain, which means less noise in your photos. On the S25 Ultra, the low-light ultra-wide does look a bit more natural, similar to what your eyes will actually see. The images look brighter and it's not as moody as the one taken by the iPhone 16 Pro. Now, for this segment, it all boils down to personal preference once again. The photos taken by both of these phones' ultra-wide cameras are very sharp, and more importantly, you can get those amazing landscape photos or even those Gen Z selfies. Moving on to the front cameras of both the iPhone 16 Pro and the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. And on paper, they're equally matched. They are both 12 megapixel shooters, and in terms of output, they're quite similar too. The colors on the iPhone do look a bit more natural, but it does look a bit more flat as compared to the photos captured by the S25 Ultra. Based on the photos taken by the S25 Ultra, you do get a lot more contrast, and the colors appear to be more saturated too. But despite that, the skin tone of the photos look natural. Even in really bright environments like under direct sunlight, you don't have any issue with your skin tone. Here at Yugatech, we do like how the selfie of the S25 Ultra looks better as compared to the iPhone 16 Pro, but what do you think? Lastly, we have to talk about the video. When it comes to recording videos, there's one big advantage the S25 Ultra has over the iPhone 16 Pro, and that's resolution. The Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra can record up to 8K video, while the iPhone is just limited to 4K. Both phones do have 10-bit HDR colors available and have their unique features for recording footage. Now check out the footage we were able to capture here and see which one you like better. From our view, the video quality of both phones are quite similar in terms of sharpness, contrast, and even stabilization. While both of the footage are great, you will notice that the colors specifically on the iPhone 16 Pro look a lot better as compared to the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, and we're sure that has something to do with how the phone processes the video. Now again, as we said before, color is down to personal preference, but again, we just prefer the more natural looking colors of the iPhone 16 Pro as compared to the a bit more saturated video provided by the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. Now for reference, the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra videos were recorded in 8K at 30 FPS, while the iPhone 16 Pro was recorded in 4K at 30 FPS. But wait, we're not done yet. The S25 Ultra does have a Pro video mode allowing users to shoot in log format, similar to what you'd find on professional cameras. On the iPhone, Apple has what they call ProRes, and you can also record 10-bit footage in a log format. Now, to give you a better idea, I have recorded a short 1-minute video from each phone, both of which were shot in 4K 30 FPS in log format for the S25 Ultra and ProRes on the iPhone 16 Pro. I've also applied color grading onto the video just to see what you can do with their log format. Hey guys, this is Jose from Yugatech, and I am using the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. And by the way, this is shot at 4K 30 FPS in log mode, and I'm also using the built-in mic, so let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the color as it changes right now. Yes, I also added my own color grading, and this is going to be the same color grading that I'll be using on the iPhone 16 Pro, which is my personal phone. So yeah, what do you guys think of the video? What do you guys think of the quality, the output? How is it with the color grading? Again, same color grading gonna be used. So yeah. Anyway, is it good? Do I look good? Where are we? Well, we're out of town for a vacation. So yeah. Hey guys, Jose here, and this time I'm using the iPhone 16 Pro, and this is also shot in 4K 30 FPS. By the way, this is also being recorded with Apple's ProRes, which is the equivalent of the log format that Samsung has. And also, if you're not familiar, this is also what majority of filmmakers use, or at least vloggers use, when they want to get some nice B-rolls with their iPhone 16 or even their older generation iPhone 15. So yeah, the color grading should come in right about now, and let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the quality, the mic, the audio, well, the video quality in general, and am I sharp? Do I look nice? Are we? We're out of town again. So does the background look nice? How is it in general? And do you like it better than the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra's video? Let me know what you think. I do have to mention that the ProRes footage from the iPhone 16 Pro does lend to editing a bit better as compared to the footage we were able to take from the S25 Ultra, also in log format. We were able to push and pull the highlights and shadows more, adjust contrast, and even color grade better with the footage from the iPhone 16 Pro. But that's not to say the video from the S25 Ultra is bad though. I'm just saying, you have a lot more adjustability when you're shooting with the iPhone 16 Pro in ProRes mode. So that's another point for the iPhone 16 Pro, or rather, its first point in this comparison. So there you have it, a camera comparison between the iPhone 16 Pro and the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. In terms of photos, there's no question the S25 Ultra takes the cake between the two. With its 4 cameras, it is a lot more capable compared to the iPhone 16 Pro. You can shoot a lot more variety, and more importantly, you retain the quality. The new 50 megapixel ultrawide definitely helps too, giving users the opportunity to shoot a lot more subject matter and even landscape photos. Now, compared to the iPhone 15 Pro, Apple did make some improvements to the camera on the 16 Pro to make it a lot more capable too, specifically with the new 48 megapixel ultrawide. However, it still pales a bit compared to the photos captured by the S25 Ultra, especially when it comes to zoom photos. So while it might not be the best in photos, in our opinion, it does beat the S25 Ultra in terms of video output. It might not be able to record 8K, but the quality is still unmatched, especially with its ProRes video format, giving you the ability to edit it similar to what you would use on a professional grade camera. You can easily shoot a full-fledged YouTube video using the ProRes 4K on the iPhones alone. And even without ProRes, the video quality is amazing out of the box. I mean, there's a reason why a lot of vloggers and even content creators use the iPhone 16 Pro to shoot YouTube videos. However, that's not to say the video on the S25 Ultra is bad though. The iPhone just does it better. So, what do you think of this camera comparison between the iPhone 16 Pro and the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra? More importantly, which one will you be getting if you have the budget? Whatever the case, share your thoughts in the comments below. But of course, if you found this video informative or just enjoyed it, please do drop a like and subscribe to watch more. Don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms at Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok, and of course, visit yugatech.com to stay updated with the latest tech news and reviews. Once again, this has been Zay, and I'll see you guys in the next video.